everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. I am back in the building for another haul video. I have some boxes that I need to open up. So first off, let's give a big shout out to a few people in the building. We have Big Tim Windsor in the house, big retired Tim Windsor in the house. Saying, Larry and my whole family, look at that. He called it off right out the bat, so we have to give you guys one of these.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right. We don't have friends here. We have family, the Hall family. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right. Big Tim says, smack those thumbs up, people on your way in the chat. Let's show Larry some love and support. Please do. Please do. And shout out to Pedro in the house. Says, hi, Larry. I appreciate you, Big Pedro, in the building. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Looks like we have a few people. Let's get this thing crack-a-lacking. Let's get it moving. And we have a couple of larger boxes over here. So let's get these big boxes out the way first so we can move them off the table. And let's see. Actually, I think I might move these off the table first. I might be able to work around them. There we go. All right. This one you might be able to see is from a company called Microclimate, and this is their Air model right there. This is their Air. So it is like a full face mask, like sort of helmet, NIOSH approved respirator, I guess you would say. So it's like, especially during COVID, people would have loved these things. But it is basically like a giant, let's see if we can show you guys. There we go. You can see that right there. Let's see if we can get it out. I might be able to put this thing on, but it's probably better shown on their website there. But let's get this thing out of here so I can show you. And I think this would be great for people, especially for people who like work in an industrial area. So there's some there are some accessories in here that you may need, some charging stuff, because I believe this thing does work via power. But let's see if I can get this thing out of the, let's see if I can get this out of here. I think it's totally sealed up. So let's see. Actually, you know what? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to leave it in here for now, because I think I'm going to do an actual review of this product. But let me see if I can show you guys quickly what it is we have here. So let me go ahead and jump over to let me jump into their website and let me show you. So hold on a second, there we go. All right, so there you guys can see that this is their, oops, hold on a second, let me put my phone on mute. This is it right here. So you can see right here, it's sort of like a helmet slash face mask. And this is, so if you work, say this guy, you can see he clearly works in an industrial space. He's working there. And this is going to allow him to be able to have a face mask that protects him from all those small particles of stuff like dust and metal. You can see here, it looks like he's grinding something that's metal. And so you don't want to breathe in all those metal fragments because they can get inside your lungs and really mess with you. And so being able to wear something like this allows you to be able to have the whole face protected. So you can see easily, you can breathe. Why is my phone not on vibrate? It keeps on dinging. There we go. Let's get that. Yeah, so you can see there, it allows you to have all this, to have your full face covered. It's easy to see in there. You have your mouth cut, you know, your mouth is inside of there, so your breathing is protected, but you don't have to have anything like pressed up against your face or your nose. A lot of people have issues with that. They don't like anything touching their face or their mouth or their nose like that. So, but you can see here again, this is sort of an idea of what you can get. This is the Air Kit 3. This is the Air respirator. It's a little difference of about $100 there, but you can see the stuff that you're going to get. I believe I have the Air Kit. I think I have this one, the Air 3 kit. And let's see if we can go to the next photo. Yeah, so there we go. And let's see if we go back a little bit. We can get some more info on it. But you can see it says Microclimate. It says the Air 3s is patented I'm not sure how you say that. Monocloid manifold reduces weight. simplifies manufacture and achieves the best balance in the industry. This is a guy I believe who runs the company. I met him at CES, and you can see it says easy to wear. So you put this thing on, it fits over, and you can cinch it down so it's tight, and it is battery operated, so that this thing is going to work and remove all the stuff you need to remove. It says easy to operate. It says the large power button in front is easy to operate even with gloves on. The multicolor LEDs and alarm provide feedback when the battery is charging, battery full, and low battery. The alarm also sounds when low flow is detected, plugged filters. So it says Air 3 is the first NIOSH-approved respirator to use USB-C onboard batteries, provide over 8 hours of runtime for longer use. An external battery pack may be connected via a USB-C port to charge Air 3 while running. Unlimited continuous runtime is possible with Air 3. So if you have a power bank, you can plug that in and basically just run it and run it and run it. And then when the battery pack's low, you just simply, the power bank's low, you just add a new power bank. So you can run this thing for as long as you want to if you need to do that. So yeah, you can see it says easy to own, much less than other powered respirators, on par with conventional. It says replacement of filters, visor, tear off, and shrouds are intuitive and simple, requiring no tools there. So yeah, and easy to purchase, all that good stuff. I think this is fantastic for lots and lots of people. He does have a small video in there. I don't want to play it because I don't know if this video is going to get me, a copyright strike somewhere. But I think the cool thing about this is when I saw this is that one of the things he told me about with this is he was like, if this is somebody who has a lot of allergies and you work in like a really dusty place, it can help protect you from all of that. And some of you may have known or may know that my in-laws own a cattle ranch, and my wife and I are planning on moving out to Colorado soon. And so, yeah, I think this would be really great in that scenario because there's a lot of dust out there, a lot of allergies, and almost every time I go out there, not every time, but probably 99% of the time I go out there, I have some sort of big allergy blowout, and I end up taking a ton of Benadryl or some other allergy medicine, and my eyes get puffy, my throat gets all scratchy. It can be a mess. So I'm wondering if something like this in those times when it's super dusty and there's all kinds of allergens and working with the cattle and out in the fields and stuff, I can put this thing on. I'm able to see everything around me as I normally would, but then also it allows me to keep my own sort of small microclimate inside of the respirator, so that my air is clean, and when I'm out there, I don't have a big allergy blowout. So anyways, we're gonna have to test this thing, but let me put this to the side. I just want to show you guys what it looks like first, and I'm gonna stick that back in the box there. And yeah, that's gonna be an exciting one. All right, let's keep it pushing here. Let's keep it pushing, and see what we have. Look at that. Big Tim Windsor says, I like large boxes. He said, it looks like it would be heavy on your head. I haven't actually tried it yet, but I'm not sure that it is. It's not a very heavy device. Like if you pick this thing up, there is a little weight to it. It's not super heavy though. It's not like it feels maybe like it's heavier than say than like a bicycle helmet, but it's maybe like a football helmet. So if you've ever played football, it feels like it's about the weight of maybe like a football helmet. So yeah, if that gives you some sort of like point of reference. For some people, they just won't know because they didn't play football or whatever. But if you've ever played football, or if you've ever held a football, and I should say American football, if you've held one of the helmets, you'll have an idea of what it actually feels like. So, all right. This one, I am super looking excited for. I already know what's in this box right here. And first off, let me see if I can let me take this small one out first. This is the Sigma 90mm f2.8 lens. And then we also have, let me get this out. They didn't put this in its original box, which is okay with me. we have the Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter lens. This is a 5 to 6.3. And yeah, I'm super stoked about both of these. And actually, let me unzip this. I've been looking at buying a lens, like a wildlife lens, something that I can shoot birds with. I want to do some bird photography. I do have a 100 to 400 lens, which is fantastic, but it's just not long enough in most cases to really get in tight and fill the frame up with the birds. So I was looking for something else, and I was considering like this. This 150 to 600 lens from Sigma. I'm also considering the 200 to 600 from Sony, and also considering the 400 to 800 from Sony. I'm sort of leaning towards the Sigma lens or the Sony 400 to 800. I'm leaning towards the Sigma lens because it is less expensive, which is a big deal. It's about I think this lens is about $1,600. But I'm leaning towards the Sony lens, the 400 to 800, because for one, it's 400 to 800. It picks off where my other lens ends. And if I was to get the 200 to 600, I have a lot of overlap where I would end up with, pretty much just a lot of overlap. I mean, if anything really from 100 all the way to 400 would be overlapped. And then if I was even to go into crop frame mode on the 100 to 400, that gets me out to 600. So I shot with it a few days ago, just testing it out. I had it in crop mode. At crop mode, where it's at 600 millimeters, is nice, but it made me feel like I think the 400 to 800 might be better for me, but I don't know. I do like the size and weight of a lens like this, and I like the price. So anyways, let me go ahead and just show you. This is really nice. You can see there, it's not too big, it's not too heavy. It does have some weight to it, no doubt, but this is what the lens is going to look like. And let me see if I take this off so you can see. You can check out the front element there, and that is it. There are tons of switches on here for autofocusing and stabilization and custom function buttons and autofocus modes and everything else. So it's definitely a nice lens. Now, one of the things about this lens is that it does extend. Oops, let me see if I can. Is this lens? Oh, I think this is locked up. Oops, let me see. LT, the back whatchamacallit came off. I think, is this thing locked up from there? Yeah, there we go. I think I had so you do see this thing actually extends. So it's not an internal focusing lens. It is shorter when it's collapsed like this, but as you zoom out, when you zoom out and get to like 600, you can see that it extends out, which is not the biggest of deal. I mean, my 100 to 400 does the same thing. It extends out, but it's nice, like the 200 to 600 from Sony and the 400 to 800 from Sony both have internal focusing. So one of the things that's nice is it has a very short throw. So when you do that, it's really quick to get from 400 to 800 or from 200 to 600. And when you do that, the lens doesn't extend out. It's a little longer, but all the focusing is internally. So, but anyways, I'm going to try this thing out and see how it works. I am looking forward to this. It does look like a very nice lens, and yeah, and you can lock this up so it doesn't. You can see there. So if you're holding it down, it doesn't do that lens creep thing. And then they have one where it says T, and it will then. I think it's, yeah. So there you go. You can see it's tighter, and then you have one that says S on there as well. I don't know if you guys can see that where it says L, T, and S. So L is locked, T is tight, and S is smooth. And when you get that on the S, it is much smoother. But if you're holding it down, if you hold it like that when it's on S, you'll definitely get that lens creep. Not so much with the T. You see, if you're there, you're not really going to get that when it's on tight. So, and then if you put it on lock, it's not going to move at all because it's locked up. So, yeah. All right. That is one lens. I'm going to show you guys. I'll show you some of the stuff online about it. But I'm going to do a review of that lens. I'm going to go shoot some bird photography. And oops, this must fit in here. I must have Oh, let's see. Can I get it on there the right way? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I think it's on there the right way. All right, let's get that back in there. We'll set that. Nice thing, you can see this case. It's really nice. It's sort of like a little shoulder bag. You can put this thing on there. You can adjust it and just sling the whole thing over your shoulder. So if you're going out and you don't have a camera bag that can fit it in there, you know, you can just throw your camera on your shoulder and then grab that. So, all right, this is the Sigma 90mm f2.8. I'm actually really looking forward to testing out this lens, because this is a lens I'm actually really, I think I have to really test this lens, but from the size of it and from what the samples I've seen online, I feel like my decision's already been made to buy this thing. But look how small this is. Look at that. That is a 90mm f2.8 lens for a full frame camera. That is bananas. And it has super buttery smooth focusing. It has an aperture ring. Now the aperture ring is not declicked, so if you're someone who's shooting video, then it might be something where that's a problem for you. But it's super small. It only has like a 55mm, I think, filter thread. So let's see, yeah, 55 millimeters. So it's a very small filter front there. But also in here, you are going to get, I think they included it. Yeah, so you're going to get, let's see if I can get this thing out here. You're going to get this nice metal lens hood. And this whole thing really feels like metal. It's got a little weight to it because it is metal, but this thing mounts right up there. And look at that. Even with the metal lens hood, it is still nice and small. But the lens, look at this. The lens hood is almost the same. Let's see if I can get that. The lens hood is almost the same size or half the size of the camera. Of the lens. It's kind of amazing. And then they do give you a metal magnetic lens cap. So you can, because this is metal, they do it, you can just snap that right in there, just like that. And just take it out when you're done, and it's just kind of goes right in. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of a nice, it's just sort of a nice little feature that they have and gave you. And yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to use that. I mean, maybe I will. Generally, what I like to do with, especially with lenses like this, where I feel like they're going to be sort of like walk around lenses. Like when I was really thinking about this lens, I was thinking like I might want this to do street photography. So if I'm out and about and I just want to shoot some stuff, you can shoot a nice portrait with that. And because this is full frame, for a full frame camera, you can throw this on, say, like my Sony a7CR that shoots 61 megapixels. I can throw this into APS-C mode, and now I'm on like 135 millimeters. So now I have like a 135 millimeter f2.8 lens at 26 megapixels. That's still a really nice size image. That's like the same size image I would get, the same resolution I would get out of my A6700. So yeah. Anyways, we're going to have to test this thing out. I don't know, I'll have to see how it performs with or without the lens hood. I'll probably put the lens hood on to protect the lens since it's not mine. But if I get one, what I'll probably do is just get a little 55 millimeter filter and then not use the lens hood, because most of the time these lenses nowadays are pretty good about reducing flare and all that stuff. But yeah, let me quickly show you guys. Let me quickly show you their lenses. So let me hop in here, and you can see they have all kinds of cool stuff. Let me check out their mounts. Here we go, E-mount, and I don't know. Let's see. I probably should have searched a little bit for this, but you can see all the different types of lenses they have. And the one that I currently, these are all the contemporary lenses and art lenses and everything else. The contemporary ones are still very high quality. They're just a little bit less expensive, whereas their art lenses are like their highest quality ones. They're kind of like Sony's G Master or Canon's L mount. So, but let's see. So this is it right here. This is the 90 f2.8. You can see it's $719. It's new. You can get it. It looks like you can get it in black and silver. I think for Sony you can only get it in black. Yeah, if you have an L mount lens, then you can get it in black and silver. But this is it. You can see all metal construction, incredibly compact and lightweight. Ideal focal length for portraits, manual aperture ring, high-speed accurate autofocus, magnetic lens cap, and metal lens hood. Mount with dust and splash-resistant structure, designed to minimize flare and ghosting. So, and you can see that's what the silver one looks like if you have an L mount camera. That's what it looks like, obviously, without the lens hood. And yeah, this is the thing. I want a super small lens that's going to give me a little bit of reach that I can throw in my bag and take with me. That's not going to be just big and bulky, something that's very easy. And this might just really fit the bill, especially for some street photography. So anyways, it's $719. I think this price went up a little bit from when it first came out, but I mean, that's true with just about everything nowadays. It's just prices have gone up. So, yeah, let me go back in quickly. Let me see if I can find that that 150 to 600 lens, and that's their 60 to 600. That's a 10x lens. That's pretty serious. Whew. Hey, it's not showing up. Super zoom, maybe it's just under telephoto. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Nope, don't want that. I have to hit. Man, let me just put my stuff. I'm having all kinds of interruptions today. Let me put my stuff on do not disturb. Let me hit that and hit focus and do not disturb. There we go. We'll hit that. All right. They have a 200 f2. 60 to 600, 500 millimeter, 100 to 400. Buddy of mine has that. That's a nice lens. And here it is, the 150 to 600. Now this lens is $1,549. That is a considerable discount. That is just a considerable, I shouldn't say discount, it's considerable price reduction from the Sony version. The Sony version of this lens is like $2,200, and that is expensive. So that is, yeah. Anyways, you can see here it's exceptional optical performance, smaller and lighter than conventional model. 6.5 stops of IBIS, 5.5 stops at the telephoto end. Minimum focusing distance is just 23 inches. That's sort of a big deal. That's at 180 millimeters though. So at 600, I don't know what the minimum focusing distance is. I have to test that out. High-speed stepping motors, autofocus unit equipped with high-precision magnetic sensors, all this stuff. It looks like it's going to be an absolutely fantastic lens, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out. It's not really much to show with the photos that they put up here, but you know, it's nice that they do it. I wish this was an internal focusing lens, but you know, because sometimes you can get dust in there with the whole push-pull thing. It doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. So I kind of wish it was internally focused, but whatever. It is what it is. For this price, I mean, $1,500, you know, $1,550, you just cannot beat that. That is just absolutely amazing. So, all right. Let's keep it pushing, and let's see who else has showed up in the house while I was busy just jip-japping and yip-yapping. Let's see here. All right, look at that. We have Amda Brown in the house. It says, Larry, I suggest you try a teleconverter on the 100 to 400. If you have the Sony model, your f-stop would be almost the same as the 400 to 800, but you have just one lens. Huh. You know what? You are absolutely right. If I got a 2x converter, because my 100 to 400 is I believe it's a 4.5 to, you know what? Let's just do this. I don't remember exactly what it is. Let's find out. Let me grab the lens. Let me grab it. Hold on. We will find out together and find out. Because you're right. Maybe I can save myself some money. And maybe that will work. Let's see here. All right. This is a... Does it even say it on here? Where does it say it on here? Oh, yep, there we go. It's a 4.5 to 5.6. So, yeah. It is a 4.5 to 5.6. Now, you can see here how it pulls out. It is a, you can see right there, it doesn't extend as quite as far. But, you know, it does have the whole thing where you can tighten this down there. So I have the, let's see, it's actually a little screw, it's actually a little twist right there. You can do that, and then it doesn't. And then if you want to turn it, it's definitely tighter and harder to turn. But right here, you can see where it just says, I don't know if you can see that, it says tight and then loose, or tight and smooth, I think it says. So, yeah. But you're right. I guess if I, well, let's see, if I did 5.6, if I did a 2X, that would put me at f11. That would put me at 800 millimeters at f11. And if I did a 1.4, it would put me at 600, about 600 at f8. Huh. You know, that's a good point. You know, I hadn't really thought about the teleconverters too much. I was really just thinking about the native lenses, but now I'm wondering, like, maybe that's not a terrible idea to think about getting a teleconverter instead of getting the new lens. Huh. Thank you, Amda Brown. That's you've given me something to think about. I'm going to really seriously consider that now. I think maybe what I should do is go to my local camera shop. I think they rent those. Maybe I should rent them and ask them, like, hey, I'm thinking about buying one of these. If I rent them and I decide to buy one, can you guys, you know, knock the rental fee off the price of the lens and see what happens? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. I may watch some videos and see how that combo performs. Thanks, Amda Brown. All right. Shout out to Nice and Nasty 4. He says, good afternoon, Hall family, and I gotta give it to her since she called it out.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right. We don't have friends here. We have family. The Hall family. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right. Shout out to Mega Puff Girl in the building. I'm loving it. All right. Let's see. Anybody else in there? Excuse me. Let's see. Amda Brown said, I had the Sony 200 to 600. The internal zoom is almost worth the price difference. It says, but sat in my car, sat in my camera bag, died greater than a year. I had to sell it. Yeah, you know, see, that's the thing is, like, I want to do some bird photography, and I want to do some not so much wildlife stuff, because I don't see myself going out there into the mountains and photographing elk, but I would like to shoot some birds and whatever else is out there that's just sort of like, that's not too, you know, I'm not trying to go off and become a wilderness man. I just want to be able to go and reach up into the trees and shoot some birds or squirrels or whatever and have a good time and have some relaxation doing that. So, yeah. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I should, that's what I have to think about. I thought about maybe trying to rent the 400 to 800 and try it out. But yeah, if I get a 2X teleconverter, that would get me to 800. And then if I throw it into APS-C mode, that would get me to 1200. Huh. I have to think about that now. Anyways. All right, let's keep it pushing. Let's see. We'll just run through the rest of these boxes. I don't know who this is from. Yanni something or the other. All right, well, we don't need to know who it is from. We just need to open it up and we'll figure it out who it's from once we open this up. All right, let's cut through that. And they taped this well. I think this may have come, usually when people tape stuff this well, it's coming directly from overseas. So, let's see. All right. And this is going to be, oh, all right. Big up. This is the Saramonic Air SE AI-powered clip-on and handheld wireless microphone. Look at that. That is going to be the clip-on and handheld wireless mic. So not only can you clip this on, but you can actually, excuse me, hand hold it. That's very cool. You know, it's funny. They did say they were going to send this out. I kind of forgot they were going to send this. I was waiting. I guess it took a little while to get here. This one, let me see if I can find this on the Zoms of Amma. So let's see. Saramonic Air SE wireless mini mic. All right, let's see here. All right. Let me bring you guys in with me here. And this is it. Look at that. Oh, it's only $49. Look at that. 50 bucks, $49.99. It's going to come with, excuse me. It looks like it's going to come with pretty much everything you need. It looks like this is designed primarily for like smartphones, because all I see is like a USB-C receiver. I don't see like a regular receiver for cameras. So, but you can see there it says weighs only 5 grams. So the transmitters are going to be super duper light. You can see there it says weighs 5 grams, disappears when worn, dual purpose, works also works as a handheld mic. It says captures pristine audio, so 120 decibels max, 48 kilohertz sample rate, 24-bit bit depth. So it looks like there's going to be 2 transmitters in here, so you'll be able to mic up 2 people at once. You can see there it says advanced AI noise reduction, pure voice everywhere. It says wind, crowds, no problem. So very nice. And you can see there that thing is plugged in. It'll be plugged into her phone. And again, you can see how the receiver is plugged into his phone. And it says it has record all day, maximum 28-hour marathon battery life. So that's going to be with the charging case, and it looks like you'll get 6 hours of continuous record time. So you'll have to recharge the transmitters every 6 hours if you want to go continuously. And then there's a video in there, but we'll skip that. So yeah, 49 bucks. That's not a bad price. So, all right, well, I'm not gonna take this one out of the box, because I am going to do a unboxing, and we're gonna test that out and see how it actually performs and see if it does any good. So let's see. I thought Nice and Nasty hit the lottery and was it was live in the dream life. Man, Nice and Nasty, if you hit lotto, I'm not expecting much. Just a new house near a beach. You know, that's it. That's it. No, I'm just saying, if you hit lotto, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for anybody if they hit lotto. That'd be absolutely incredible. So, all right, let's see what we have. And here, and let's see. Oh, the Cola Box. All right, the Cola Box Smart Media Player, and this is the L2 Plus, runs Android 14. Oops, did I freeze up? Uh-oh. It looks like my picture's frozen. What happened? All right, hold on a second. Let me see. All right. You guys can see me again. Let's see if I can unfreeze this one. Nope, that one's frozen. I think I need to... I think I need to see if I can... Oh, man. I can't get my my camera back. My main camera, something happened to it. All right, give me a second. Let me see if I can get it back up and running. Let's see. CamLink 4K doesn't show it showing up yet. Come on, thing. Come on, work with me. Oh man. I might have to go off my phone. All right. Where is my camera? Man. Well, you guys, my cam link just like, I don't know, something happened with it. Just like, it's like it just cut out. I don't know what's going on. All right, let me try thing here. And just try that again. It is really weird. All right, let me unplug it. Sorry, I'm having to do some tech support like midstream, but it's very strange. I was doing fine, then all of a sudden my picture froze, and then my main camera just crapped out on me. And it's not coming back. I don't know why it's not coming back. Camera. Yeah, it's not even showing up on the list here. It's like, let me unplug it. Back up and running. No. Well, you guys, I don't know. That's really a big bummer. Let me turn this. Let me unplug everything. Turn the power off. If I can't get this part going, give me a sec. I'm gonna go grab my iPhone and see if I can do that. Because otherwise, I'll just be sort of running. I'll be running my webcam on my laptop, which is not very good quality. I've never had this happen before, where it doesn't work. Like it just refuses to show up at all. Huh. Let me hit that. Huh. Cam link is just not showing up at all. All right, well, give me a sec. Let me grab my phone stand. And let me see if I can get the phone set up here. Sorry for the interruption, you guys. That kind of sucks. All right, let's see. Let's get that going there. And all right. That is really strange. CamLink just died on me. Like it just decided it didn't want to, like it just stopped working. Never seen that before at all. All right. Let's try this. Let's try this with the iPhone and see. Oh, I guess I need to turn this around. Let's see if I can do that. Get that. Let me see if I can turn this. Let me get this thing going. And nope, that's not going to work. Dang nabbit. Oh gosh. Man, these technical issues are just killing me right now. Jiminy Christmas. All right, you guys, sorry. I'll have it. I'll get it together. I'll get this together at some point. All right. Did I have this on backwards again? I think I do. Yes, I keep putting it backwards. I need to get this facing this direction. All right, let's try this now. And, oh, wait, my cam link's back. Ha ha, Booyaka. All right. I don't know what happened, but it's back. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to sort of hope it continues to act right and leave it like it is. I don't know why it blinked out on me. That was really, really weird. All right, well, this is the Colabox L2 Plus, and this is one of those all-in-one, all-encompassing Android TV boxes that give you everything. Everything is included. You never have to pay for anything again. It just is going to be something that you can use. So, all right. Shout out to everyone. Tim says the camera has gremlins in it. I know, man. Just straight up gremlins just acted up. So, oh man. Shout out to Kid 2 Technical. The building says, what's up? Oh man. Okay. All right, let me show you quick. Let me see if I can find this Colabox. I don't know if it's on Amazon, but let me see if it is. I'm gonna search for it and see if I can show it to you guys. Colabox, it is. All right, let me see if I can jump in here. All right, here we go. And this is the Colabox L2 Plus. And look at that. And it says it's about $309. I'm not sure if there's any other discounts available, but it says over the air upgrades, first setup, all this good stuff. But basically, I can't say a whole lot about this box, but it's an Android TV box, and it basically comes with everything. It's going to come with all your TV shows and movies and live TV and everything else that you get. Everything's on the box, and that's where I'm going to leave it. So, but I did tell them that I would do an unboxing. So I'll unbox this thing at some point and test it out and make sure it works. But it says it has quad-core processor, 4K Ultra HD, Wi-Fi 5.0, voice command, and it says it has 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage on here. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty nice. But I think the thing that most people are going to be interested in is the fact that it gives you everything all on the box, so you never have to pay for anything else. Again, if you have an Android TV box, if you want an Android TV box that's going to allow you to never have to buy another one and pay for stuff again, you'll be able to have that. So, all right, let's keep it moving. And I'll tell you, maybe I wasn't supposed to talk about that box since I got cut off right as I started talking about it. Maybe I just have to take a hint from the universe. So, all right, I don't know what this... Oh, okay. Excuse me. This is the Work Pro. It's a rechargeable EDC clip-on light. And I don't know if you can see that there. These little things come in handy. So, let me see, I'm gonna open this thing up. I want to check this one out. So let's see, where is my Amazon thing? Let's scan this and hit that. Get the barcode scanner and hit that right there. See if it shows up. And no. Oh, wait. Work Pro. Here we go. EDC Lite. All right. Let me see if I can jump in and bring it to you guys here. And let's see. Let's go to my Amazon Prime, my browsing history, and there we have it. The Work Pro EDC flashlight, clip-on light, 500 lumens, rechargeable flashlight with Type-C magnetic pocket light for working, cycling, signaling, running, camping, and this one comes in red. You can also get it in blue. So there you go. Yeah. You know, that's crazy. This one says used on here. This one says, both of them say used. I don't think these are used, but they do say used. Or maybe you can buy it used? Huh. Maybe they are used. That's weird if that's what it is. Maybe I'm on the wrong listing. Let me let me just type in Work Pro EDC flashlight. And let's see So WorkPro has some other stuff on here. And here we go. There's the WorkPro stuff right there. Man, it says used. Huh. I guess the only way maybe you can buy that particular light is used, which is very strange. So the red one is going to be $14.74, and the blue one is going to be $17.59. So, yeah, that is really, really strange. Let's go into their store. Let's go into their actual store. So there's their store site, and you can see they have all kinds of stuff for WorkPro. I don't know. I don't see. Let me check. I don't see anything for flashlights on here. New releases, this and that. Let's see. Let's hit new releases. See if anything is in there for the lights. No. Well, I don't think it's a new release because these are showing up as used. Huh. Well, that's odd. I generally don't do like videos for used products, so especially not something like a used flashlight. Anyways, there it is. Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and get this out of the package. I don't know if the one they sent me is used or not. I guess we'll find out. It looks brand new. It looks like it's packaged up like it's never been used before. So this is the light. It is very, very small. You can see there it has a clip so that you can clip this thing on. I guess if you wanted to, if you had a pocket, I guess if you had a shirt with a pocket, you can clip it right there. Otherwise, you can just clip it onto your shirt if you needed to do that. It would be easy, I imagine, if you have a jacket, because you can clip it right into your jacket there. It does have it looks like it has a USB-C port. So right here on the side, you may see there's a flap right there. You can open that up, and then there you have the USB-C port, so you can charge this thing up. And on the other side here, you can see there is a power button. And actually, there's my iPhone. Let's see, it's probably easier to show you on my iPhone. So there's that right there. And on the side here, you can see it has the power button, and that I believe that's going to be a mode button. And then on this side is where you have that little that flap for the power to power it or to charge it, and that's where you have the USB-C port. And then here is the clip right there, and on the bottom part you push that, and it opens up. It's like a vampire clip. Yeah. So, all right, man, that's nice. I might leave I might put my iPhone up there next time like that and use that for those detail shots. That worked out nicely. So, all right, let's see if I push this power button and hold it. And let's see if it turns on. And I am getting nothing. Like nada. Oh, there it is. Woo! That was, man, that is bright. And then you can cycle through it with the different modes. So you can go, and there's even a red mode on there and a strobe. And yeah, so you can definitely cycle through the various modes of this light, and then you can go ahead and push it and turn it off. So, wow. Okay. And then here is, they give you a USB-A to USB-C cable so that you can get that charged and have it charged up for you. So, and that's pretty much it. They do have some documentation in the box if you need that. So, all right. Shout out to WorkPro. That's a bright light. That is definitely a bright light there for you. So, okay. And again, you can get it. It looks like it's about 15, 17 bucks. But it looks like I'm only seeing the used ones on there. So, I guess it is what it is. So, let's see. Tim Weather says, you got two of them. You got two of them boxes. I need one of those. Make a nice retirement gift. That's not a bad idea. That is not. I need to review that one, but that's actually not a bad idea, Tim. We'll have to hit me up after. We'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do for you. All right, let's hit this up. Let's hit this up here. Let's see. Amna Brown says, discontinued products, a lot were returned. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they had a lot that were returned and they decided to go ahead and sell them. But it's crazy. Like, why would you send them out to influencers when they're, you know, I don't know, whatever. Okay, here we go. We have the Nano X series lens filter, and this is a, it's a 2 to 400 V&D. It's a 67 millimeter. Look at that. There we go. A 2 to 400 E&D or V&D, excuse me, ultra low reflection from K&F, and this is their Nano X series. And yeah, I did know this filter was coming. I am actually pretty excited about this. I do have a Nissy a filter set from Nissy Nissy, I guess it is. That is the Jet Mag ones, which is very nice. And I do like the way it functions in some ways. I think it doesn't seem to have any weird color cast with it, but one problem that I have with it is that I bought the 82 millimeter one because everybody said buy the 82 millimeter because if you have larger lenses, like I think this lens here is actually a 67. I think do I have one lens? I thought I had one lens that was 82. I think this one's a 77 though. Let me just double check. I think this one is this one's a 77. I thought I had one lens that was an 82. But people were saying like get the 82 and then it comes with step down rings so that you can put it on. I think it comes with a 67, I think it comes with, no, it might come with a 67. I don't know, I think it comes with a 72, a 77, and no, I think it comes with a 67, 72, and a 77, and then also the 82 because natively it's 82. But I can tell you right now, I have already knocked that thing off, like because it has a little putter thing on there to move the rings of the V&D, and I put that thing on my lens. I took it out to go test it, and I am not kidding. I don't think I had even lifted up my camera to take a picture. I already caught the putter thing, and bloop, the whole thing just came popping off the front of my lens, smacked to the ground, and I was just cringing like, oh God, I broke this $300 and something filter. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I want that magnetic filter with the little putter on there. I think I just want a traditional screw one. And I have like 4 or 5 lenses around here that take 67 millimeter, have 67 millimeter filter threads. I have the Tamron lenses for my Nikon cameras. Those are, I have the 28 to 75 and the 70 to 180. Both of those take 67 millimeter. I have the Sony 24 to 50 2.8 and the 16 to 25 2.8. Both of those take 67. And then I think it's a 7 Artisan. I think it's a 7 Artisan 85 millimeter that takes 67. I don't know. I have some other lens up there that takes 67 millimeters. And I was like, you know what? I don't really need the quick release of the magnetic stuff. If I'm going out to shoot something outside and I know I'm going to need a V&D, I'm okay with screwing it on and screwing it back off. So anyways, here it is. That's the presentation right there with the thing, getting it open. We'll take that off. And it does come in this nice case here. It looks like there's going to be some other, just some other paperwork. This little thing that's, I think it's just some information. It's in different languages in here. So if you need to find out that different stuff, you have to speak a different language. Comes in here. I think this is, I don't know if this comes out. Yeah, I guess it does. This little thing just tells you a little bit about their different systems here. So it says the fixed ND series, the variable ND series, the ND plus CPL series, and the square filter system. So the fixed ND says most reliable, VND says it is most flexible, ND plus CPL is most functional, and square filter system says professional choice. So you have that there if you need it. So Very nice. And then here is the case. I do like this. My Nitsy Fist system, where is that thing? I think it's on my counter over there in my rack. It's nice. It's a little bit big as far as like the whole case and everything. This is much smaller as a case. And as far as the lenses are concerned, like if I wanted to go get a step up ring for like, I don't know, one of the smaller filters, I could. But if I'm going to, for most of my stuff, like if I'm out vlogging or something, my 16 to 25 is the lens I would most likely use, and it's a 67 millimeter. So it should work nicely. But this right here, magnetic. And then the filter is in here. You can see, take that out. And this is it right there, and it is, I don't know if you can see that, but that you can see this is a little putter thing, and then you just, let's see if I can get that so I can, let me have to hold it in the right spot so it moves. And then there you go. You can see as you adjust it, it lightens and darkens, and you can see how dark it can get and then how light it gets. So you can really make some cool adjustments on this thing. So if you're out shooting and it's very, very bright outside and you're trying to get your your shutter speed down, maybe because you want to do some sort of special effect with your photography, or maybe you're just trying to keep your shutter speed low because you're shooting video, which is where I think of it as. I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm shooting video and I want to make sure that I keep my shutter speed at like a 48th of a second or 50th of a second, so that I can have my true 24 frames a second and all that stuff, then being able to have a filter like this on will do wonders. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's see if I can jump into, let's see, where's my Amazon? Oh, this is Amazon. All right, let me back out of this. Let me go to Prime. And I did this one. This is one. Let's see, where is it at? I think I had searched for K. K and F. Let's see, 67 millimeter V and D. And this is the Nano X with the ultra low. Let's see, hold on, let me bring you guys in so you can see. So they have a number of different ones. You can see this is one. This is a 2 to 32. That's the one that, the 2 to 32 is the one that I have for my Nissy one. I didn't think it was dark enough. There were a number of times I went out to shoot, it just wasn't dark enough. This is one here, a 2 to 400, 9 stops. That is one that I have. That is similar to the one I have, but I got the ultra low reflective one, and I don't know where that one is on here. Let's see. Oh, this is it, I think. The ultra low, the 67 millimeter ultra low reflectivity putter variable no true density filter, 2 to 400, 9 stops. So this is it right here. You can see I just bought it because I bought that one, and it's $92. So yeah, but I figured this one's nice because, you know, if you buy a nice filter and you take care of it, you won't really have to buy it again. You know, you can use this thing for the longest of times, and it'll just be a very good. If you treat your gear right, your gear will continue to treat you right, and that's what I like to believe. Like, I bought this lens. This lens is probably, I don't know if it's 10 years old. It might be. I mean, it may be 8 years old. I have lenses that I've had probably for 10 years or something. I mean, I switched over to Sony when I bought the A7 R3, and that was years and years ago. And they update those cameras probably every 3 to 4 years. They're on the 5 now, so it was probably maybe 8 years ago. So anyways, there you go. You might see a review of that, may not, I don't know. Just depends if you guys want to see it. Maybe I'll do a review on that. But all right, Omni Brown said, before I forget, did you ever get the Atomos monitor? I did get it, and I have been playing with it. I haven't actually used it for a job yet, but I do have it. Also, thinking of jobs, I should say I am officially back to being a full-time YouTuber. I was working at a company called the Shakespeare Theater Company in DC, and yesterday was my last day. I worked there for about a year, and yeah, I was ready to move on, and my wife is retiring soon, so There's some logistical stuff that needs to happen before you obviously retire and move cross country. And so I figured this is a good time for me to say goodbye. So I did. I gave my notice, and yesterday was my last day at that job, and now I'm back to YouTube full time. So you'll probably see a lot more content coming out of me in this channel in the weeks to come. So yeah. But underbound, I did get the monitor. I am working on a review. I'm just sort of testing it. I've never had a monitor recorder before, so it was taking a little bit of time for me to get used to kind of getting things working right. Also, there's some things that I was trying to figure out, like can I record internally and externally at the same time, which I can, but I was trying to figure out, can I record externally and have all the stuff from the screen on the recording of the monitor and do them both in 4K? And I think the answer was no. I can record 4K internally and externally, but if I put everything on the screen that I want to show, then it only records in 1080p on the monitor, which I wanted it in 4K. So anyway, well, I'm going to figure it all out. But yes, I do have a review coming. It's taking a little longer than I expected. All right. I have no idea what this is. Let's see what this is. Silkland? Huh. I don't know what that is. Silkland, this is cables. Yes, I do remember that somebody said they wanted to send me some cables. These are the Silkland Ultra Certified Cable, HDMI Ultra High Speed. And this one is this is a USB 4 cable, 1.5 meters, 80 gigabits to 120 gig video bandwidth, triple 4K, 144 hertz. So let me go ahead. Actually, let me scan this right quick so I can show you guys. And then I still have a couple other things to jump into before I'm done here. So let's see here. Let me get that. Let me hit that. And let me pop on over. Let's see. Where is my Zoms of Emma browsing history? There we go. There's that. Let me open that up. Let me hit that, and there we go. So there we have the excuse me, the Silkland certified HDMI 2.1 cable, 4K 240 hertz, 144 hertz, 120 hertz, 8K 60 hertz, and 1440p ultra high speed HDMI cable, 48 gigabits, upgrade braided HDR10 plus, eARC, all this good stuff. I mean, basically, it's going to be a really nice cable, it looks like. And you can see it looks like it'll work great for Xbox, PS5, PS4, Roku TV, and it is 6.6 feet. So it is a bit of a long cable there. And you can see, you're going to see all those sort of same specs again that they say. You can see it's going to work with ARC. I believe ARC is going to allow you to carry, I think it's like that. I think it's like the audio stuff as well, like the high speed digital audio or something. I don't remember what that is, but there's that. You can see it says see the world in ultimate clarity, 8K HDR 10 plus, and 2K SDR if you want to go there too. Pioneering quality without compromise. So you have that nice braided technology, so your cables should not get messed up when you're using them. So yeah. And then let me scan this one here as well, the USB-C one, and then we're going to unbox them and we'll take a look. So let's see. All right, let's hit that. And let's back up a little bit here. And let's hit refresh. There we go. All right, here we go. You can see there is the Silkland USB IF certified 80 gigabit USB 4 for Thunderbolt 5 cable, 5 feet, 120 gigabits for dual 8K, 240 PD, 240 watt PD, 3.1 charging, braided USB-C video cable, compatible with Thunderbolt 4, MacBook, iPhone 17, 16, and Mac Mini. So this is, if you need a high-speed cable that can work with Thunderbolt, this is going to do it for you. This should give you everything that you need. And you can see it's going to be able to work with multiple monitors. So if you have, say, like 3 different 4K monitors, it should handle driving all of those monitors with the cable there. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a seriously nice cable. It should be compatible with SSDs, with docking stations, smartphones, tablets, USB-C monitors, laptops. And I can tell you right now, using these with SSDs, I think it's fantastic. I have had some issues with cables not working very well with my various SSDs, and then I have to go find a really nice cable to make sure it has the throughput that it needs to be able to really work the way it should work. Anyways, this one is $25.99, so not too bad, and the HDMI cable is $9.99, so yeah, not too bad either. But let's go ahead and let's actually take a quick look at them. Let's just get these out of the package so we can take a look. And look at that. That is a nice looking cable. That is the, you know what? Let's do this again. Let's hit my phone. There we go. That is a nice looking cable. You can see that it is definitely braided here. And yeah, there you go. A little branding on there. This thing feels like it's super sturdy. And this does have the USB. Oop, pulled a little plastic. I was trying to do it smooth with the plastic cover and it came off. It popped off, but there you go. You can see it says Silkland there. So there's that. And this thing, it does have a little cable tie on here if you need that. So yeah, this is pretty slick. This is pretty nice. Let's see if we take this thing off here. This is probably going directly into rotation because I do like nice USB-C cables. I really do. I have some cables that are not so nice, and I have some that are very nice, and this one I think is going to be a very nice one. It's only 5 feet or something like that. I would love something like this that's like about 15 feet. That would be great. But yeah, that is the Silkland one. That's the USB-C cable. And let's see. This is the HDMI cable. So it looks very similar. You can see the braiding is almost identical, same branding and everything on there. It just looks like a very nice HDMI cable. So if you're someone, excuse me, who needs an HDMI cable and maybe you have an 8K device and 8K TV and you want to make sure that you can get the best quality image pass through, this is going to be it for you. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna stick this back in there. This is likely going to get used. I wonder if they make a little small cable like that. I wonder if they make a cable that's like inches instead of feet. That, you know, let me see. Let me pop back in over here. Here's the HDMI one. I wonder if they make one. They make one that is 12. That's 1 foot, which is 12 inches, which may be fine. When I say inches though, I'm thinking like maybe somewhere between like 5 to 7 inches maybe, because when I'm filming and I have my my monitor hooked up, I don't want a long cable. I want a cable that's short. I want it long enough that it can fit from the monitor to the camera and have just a little bit of slack so that it doesn't get yanked and pulled out, but not so much slack that it can get tangled up. So it's sort of a tricky little thing. I don't know if I have one of those cables around here. I think I put them up. I'm trying to see if I have one tucked around here somewhere so I can give you an example. Let's see. Do I have one? No. I think I put it up. But when I bought my Adorama monitor, they gave me a nice cable that's kind of the perfect length. So yeah. All right. Let's get these last bits done. Now this is all stuff. This last bit here is all stuff that I bought because you know. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see. I put there. Okay, that's great. Let's see. Tim Windsor says, "Nice to have you. Just dropped 3 more AI songs. See if you can comment on them." There you go. please do that. I don't know. Did you put a link to him in here, Nice or Nasty? I didn't see if you dropped the link. If you can drop a link or share your page or something, so I can throw it up on the screen, that'd be cool. So definitely, if you have it, do it, and then I can share that. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Anyways, so my brother told me about this site, Whatnot. I have been going and sometimes he's on there, and my brother, will call me and we'll be on there bidding on stuff. And I happen to like this guy's show. He has a show called Dean's Drip Lab, and he has all kinds of cool stuff. He sells a lot of streetwear type of stuff. And it just depends on what stuff he has at the time. Sometimes he has supervision stuff. Sometimes he has, essential stuff. Sometimes he has, I'm trying to think what other type of stuff he has. He has all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different streetwear, street brands and stuff. But anyways, I think it was about 2 weeks ago or something, a week or so ago, I went on there and I was looking at stuff with my brother, and I actually bid on a shirt. Wasn't expecting to win, but I won. I was like, all right, cool. And I didn't he always jokes and says people are getting them because they get them at such a low price. I don't think I got him at any of these ones, but I got stuff I actually wanted. So this one is a Supervision shirt. It says Supervision Studios. It says divided we stand, united we ball. So kind of cool. I like that one. It's Supervision Studios. It says an extra large. I don't know if these things are oversized a bit. It feels like it. Like right now, it looks like it's a little bit oversized, which I appreciate because, I'm not a small dude. And also, I'm not one of these people that takes their clothes and, washes stuff by hand in cold water and then hang dries it. I throw my stuff in the washing machine, and then I throw my stuff in the dryer, and that's it. Luckily, I have a washer and dryer. But if it's if I have something that requires special laundering, I just generally avoid it. I just try not to get it, or I don't wear it because I don't want to have to deal with it. But I know some of the clothes will probably fare better if I don't wash them and dry them. If I just sort of hand wash them or put them in cold water and then hang dry, I just don't like doing all that stuff. That's not for me. So anyways, I don't know if you guys, anyways. All right, so let's see. So this is, you guys can see it. So this is a big old box because when I was on his page the other week, I ended up buying a bunch of stuff, and I think he probably sent the big box because there was a jacket that I won that was very, very low price that I got. And I was like, I didn't really need another jacket, but it was sort of cheap for what it was. So I was like, let me grab it. And then I was like, I'll just take it out to the ranch and I'll have it out there. And so, yeah. So one of these things, I got something for free. I got something for free. One was a shirt, jacket, something, I don't know, whatever it is. Well, I'll show, let me pull it all out here. So there is a lot in here. All right, let me set this down, and then I'll pull them out one by one. So this is the Supervision jacket, and I didn't really think I was going to like the orange one, but I saw the orange one, and I was like, I kind of like it. I kind of like the orange jacket. I'm digging it. So this is Supervision. It is super thick. It is super duper thick. And this one is a double XL. And I got the double XL because, sometimes the brother gets a little weight on him. So, but let me put this thing on so you guys can see. And let's see. So, yeah. What do you think? Let me get the collar right. So yeah, I like it. So, but if I'm out at the ranch and I have this thing and I'm wearing this, I'm bright. You're not gonna miss me. So you're gonna see me. So if anybody's out there and they're running around, I shouldn't get shot. No one should be out there shooting something and be like, we didn't see you. I'll be like, man, they can see me from Artemis. You're gonna try to tell me you didn't see me. They saw you. You could see me. So anyways. This is a Supervision jacket. This one, I think this was supposed to be I think these things new for retail sell for a couple $100. I think I got this for I don't know, what did I get this one for? I don't know, $17 or something like that. I don't know. Let's see, what was the jacket price on this? Yeah, it doesn't say. I think it was maybe it was 20 something bucks. But yeah, it's nice. It's got pockets everywhere. I don't know if there's a, let's say super, that's the tag. I don't know if it has a barcode. Anyways, so that one's nice. And then this one here, this is another, a lot of this stuff was supervision. I guess he was having a supervision day. So this one I was kind of excited about. I'm going to rock this one right away. But this is another one. This is supervision. This is right there. You can see Supervision Studios. Oh, is this an extra large? Or I'm trying to remember if this is extra large or a double. Yeah, that's an XL. And then you can see on the back, it says Crenshaw Skate Club. So let me see if you can see that. So there you go. Crenshaw Skate Club, powered by Supervision Studios. Yeah, I'm loving this. And this thing is thick, man. I love these thick hoodies. Now, it's getting a little warm, so I may not be able to wear it too much, but I'll be rocking it. But I am planning on going to visit my brother soon in California. And it's funny because even though it is nice and toasty in the daytime, he lives right maybe a mile from the water and from the ocean. And when you live that close to the ocean, those who do know, one, it's just cooler than it is inland. But also when the evening comes and the sun drops, that wind, that ocean breeze blows in, and it can get flat out cold. So yeah. All right, let's see what else we have. We have another Supervision shirt. I don't know what this one is. I was I have to admit, it was late night, and I kind of got into it and was buying all kinds of stuff. So yeah. All right, so here's another one. This one says super. There we go. You can hit that one right there. Just a little branding on the front, and then on the back here, you can see where it says powered by Supervision and Union, and it says designed and manufactured with high frequency energy. So yeah, so nice hoodie. I like it. So I'll be rocking that. And then I think were these a giveaway? I can't remember. But these are from a company called Staple. But yeah, I guess they're shorts. But anyways, something different. I don't really wear shorts too much, but you know, I figured try, you know, I think these might be a giveaway. I don't know. They're my size, but so we'll see. And then this one here, this is a extra large, and I tried to buy a couple of t-shirts because I don't, you know, some of my t-shirts are just sort of old and need to be refreshed, and so I need to get rid of some stuff, so I figured I'd get some new stuff. But this is one from, it's extra large, India. This is you can see it has like sort of like the Street Fighter sort of, it's sort of like 8-bit stuff. So there you go. And you can see where it says Street Fighter 2 extra large 1991. So yeah. Anyways, kind of cool. And then these ones here, this must be, I think somebody, I did, you know, on his channel, I feel like I did win a giveaway or two. And so I feel like a couple of these things might be like giveaways that I won. So, because I was trying to remember, I was like, I don't remember buying these. But these are, I guess these are Russell Athletic sweats. And so there you go. I think these must be a double XL or something. Yeah, these are a 2X. These are big, man. Maybe I should. These are super big. I have to wash these and let these shrink. So, but they are cuffed. They're cuffed at the bottom there, so that's kind of nice. But and they have pockets in here, so you know you can get your pockets. But I like these because they're sort of thick, but not too thick. They're like super comfy, but they're not too thick. So you can actually rock these, I think, in the summertime if you want. So. And then, I don't remember what this one is. Let's see. It says extra large crew neck citrus. All right. Apparently, I was really buying some stuff, man. So, You know, it's funny. I used to buy clothes a lot. I feel like during COVID, I was buying all kinds of t-shirts and hoodies and stuff, but they were always sort of like something that had a message on there. It was because I was doing a lot of live streaming. I was always trying to wear something, you know, that gave people something to talk about. And, but I hadn't bought any clothes since then. And that was like, I don't know, 6 years ago. I just haven't really bought much of anything. The only thing I would really buy is like, I would go to maybe, you know, Costco or BJ's or something and buy a pair of Levi's. But other than that, I didn't really buy much. So, yeah. Anyways, this is a Supervision shirt, crew neck joint, and there you go. You can see this is a crew neck one from Supervision Studios, and kind of has the back part right there. So, yeah, I like this. This is a XL. It does look kind of big, but it's an XL. I'm kind of curious to see what this one looks like. Let's put this one on and see what it looks like. So I don't really buy a lot of crew neck shirts, a lot of crew neck sweatshirts. Most of the time I buy most of the time I just buy hoodies. But I would really, you know, I really wish more people would make crew necks with like the hoodie pockets. I like those a lot. But all right, yeah, this isn't bad. I like this. This joint's kind of nice. I do like that neck. That neck is sweet. I like that. We'll go ahead and leave this one on for a minute. All right, let's see what else we have. I think we have one or two more in here, and I can tell this one must be a sweatshirt. You know what this means, because I have all these new hoodies. It means I have to get rid of some of my old hoodies, some of my old ones. I kind of have a rule where if I buy a new hoodie, I have to get rid of the old hoodies, so I don't just have a ridiculous amount of them, which I already do. But, you know, it's nice to be able to kind of give some other hoodies away so people can get some nice stuff out of it. So, anyways, here is another one. This one is this one is dope. This one I will be rocking. Supervision, Creators of Color. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I love that right there. The Creators of Color one here. And, yeah. There's nothing on the back. It's just on the front that has that, and I'm just super digging this one. So, and I think this one is a double XL. So, yeah, I'm happy that this is a double XL. It's nice and thick, but I like that because I can throw it in the washer, throw it in the dryer, and even if it shrinks, it's still gonna fit me. So, yeah. Let's see. Big Tim says, if it's 100% cotton, Larry, don't dry it in the dryer. It will shrink bad. Yeah, I know. I just can't. I don't have the patience to sit up there, and I guess maybe I should. Maybe I should just start pulling stuff out and putting stuff on a hanger. I just don't have the patience to do it. So, all right. Let's see. We have one more. Here we go. We have one more, and this is, here we go. This is a t-shirt, and here it is. We have, let's see, let me get all the packaging stuff off of there. And, I think it is, there we go. All right, here it is, a Supervision shirt. Oh no, this is Staple. This is a Staple shirt. I don't really know much about the brand Staple, but, you know, some people dig them. And this is Staple, and yeah, it's not bad. Just I figured I'd try something to add a little color in my life, a little something different. Sometimes I feel like I can be a little monotone, even if I have color, I'm gonna be a little monotone. So I figured I'll try something different. So, anyways, I got all this stuff from this dude's channel, this dude's show called Dean's Drip Lab, and he has all kinds of stuff. You can see when he's gonna be on. It looks like he's gonna be on again. I think he's out of town right now. It says he's going to be on Thursday, April 30th. And then he has a whole bunch of dates like May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So he's going to be on pretty much every day for a while when he gets back. So he'll be on for a good minute. But you can see it looks like he's not going to be back until like April 30th. And he did say on his last, I don't know if it was the last one, but the one where I was bidding and buying stuff that he was actually going out of town to go visit family or something, so he was going to be gone for a little bit. So, yeah. Anyways, that's it, you guys. That was it. That was my haul. I guess that's enough. I mean, I did get some cool stuff. The microclimate helmet, some cables, a filters, couple of lenses, a gang of clothes, a flashlight. Yeah, I got some good stuff, no doubt. So you guys will see some reviews coming up. You know, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get myself back into the swing of things. It's been a little bit of a trying time because I feel like my knee was a little messed up, and I came back from CES and I was sick, and that sort of knocked me out for a while. My voice was all scruffy and gruffy. It still is a little bit raspy, but not as much. But you know, my doctor told me it could take a couple of months for my voice to get back to normal, and I feel like it's much closer to normal than it was before. But when I listen to my old videos and I listen to myself now, I can still hear the difference a little bit. And she did warn me. She said there's a possibility that it may not ever go back to normal. It may be permanently scruffy, which, you know, if it is, it is. Just, you know, it happens. You know, but we'll see. I have an appointment with her again later this month, and we'll see how things go. But I just need to get myself back into the swing of, like, making content every day and just sort of, like in the past, what I've done is I just sort of go on, like, a little content making binge where I'll just make a ton of stuff and then get a bunch of things in the pipeline. And being able to do that then allows me to sort of take the time that I need to make other videos and put a little bit more time into them. But being able to get enough stuff done that I can have stuff in the pipeline really helps. So, yeah. Anyways, there you go. Shout out to Big Tim. Says, don't understand. Don't see anything there either. I think he's talking to Nice to Nasty. Yeah. Big Pedro says, good haul. Hope you do some more live streams. Yeah, I will be doing some more live streams, you know, because I have some more time now. I'll be back to doing my YouTube thing. So Tim says I'll message you on IG after you review that box. Sounds good, man. Do that. I appreciate that. So all right, you guys, I am up and out of here. It has been fun, and I had a good time hanging out. Thank you guys so much. And let's see. Let me give you guys something good. Let me give you this one. It's very simple.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everyone. It's been real. Until next time, I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. And until then, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.